Space, the final frontier. But what if it weren't? What if we were to go beyond space and into time? The mistakes of the past erased, the future reborn, the mortal and immortal made to decide their destiny together. Time is no longer an arrow, but an infinite expanse of possibilities. Explore this strange new world. Boldly go where not even a cue has gone before.
Hello, watch lovers. This is Robert. Welcome back to my channel. I came across this vintage Citizen Quartz, and it was basically the person on Marketplace was just giving it away. They didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't running, so I thought this might be the next best choice for getting this nice little ladies vintage watch up and running again, hopefully. So join me for this video and let's see if we can get this watch up and running again and on somebody's wrist. Okay, so let's try first. You never know, somebody may have just tried a dead battery in it and it didn't work, so let's try that next. Let's get the back off and see what we're dealing with here. There's the engraving on it. Citizen watch. I haven't been able to date this yet, but I'm guessing it's from the early to mid 80s. Anybody wants to leave a comment if they've seen this before, let me know what exact time period it's from. That would be excellent. I could be way off. You never know. Oops. All right. So I didn't leave the battery in there. That's good. So let's try a new one. This is a 377 battery. If we can get it in there. There, so small. All right, we're in. And it's not working. Well, that's obviously why they didn't want it anymore. So, what are we dealing with here? Hopefully you can see that. And this is a Japanese movement, a Mayota. So these are pretty common in a lot of movements. So if it's not worth trying to troubleshoot the movement itself, if you watched one of my previous videos and we had a jar of broken watches in that jar, and in the jar is this Jean-Marc, and I know I've tried it already with the battery. It works. So, and obviously I do remember that this watch, let me get that back off. There we go. This watch also shares the exact same movement. So why don't we just do a transplant and take the movement out of this one and put it in the Citizen, since they share the exact same movements. Probably different price range, but same movements nevertheless. Okay. Just have to get the stem out. And if you can see that, there is a little spot right there that you push down, and that will allow the stem to come out. See if I can do that while filming at the same time. Here we go. Okay. There we are. We'll just take the hands off. And that way we can get the movement off the dial. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? I forgot I had this. Okay. Sometimes you'll forget what tools you have and don't have. All right. Now, this is just press fitted on, this movement. So we just have to find something that we can just gently pry up on it and take it off there. I believe there's 2 feet. It's press fitted on. There we go. Okay. We are free now. Now, let's take the movement out of the citizen and transplant this one in. Now we can get the old movement out so we can swap and get this working again. And I need my case opener. Take this plastic holder out first. Then, same place as the last one, we will pull the stem out, push in the same location, exact same movement. Doesn't want to push out, at least not too easily here. There it goes, I think. Maybe not. And what we'll do first, we will get the hands all together. Because we're going to have to swap the hands over anyway, so why don't we just do that. Okay. Now, let's see if we can get this out. Doesn't want to budge. Why is that? Oops. Very interesting. Doesn't want to budge there. Okay, let's try that again. Still nothing. Doesn't want to let go. All right, we're gonna pause for station identification and come right back to you. Hold on, please. Yep, it was that spot there, but you just have to, let me get in a little closer for you. It's right there. But you just have, I just had to push so hard to get this stem to come out. It's probably because it's been in there for maybe almost 40 years. So it's out. Now let's get the movement out. All right. His hands have been on there a while too. They might have to use something else. Just doesn't want to grab onto them very well. Nope, doesn't want to grab onto them. All right, plan B. If plan B will work. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Got another one off. Last one, the hour hand. It's down so low. There we go. Now we got them off. Yep, and that's stuck to the plastic. Okay, so let's put those in a safe place while we get everything else going here. Sorry for the shaking. Okay, same as before. Hopefully we can just pry up on this and get this off here. Oh yeah, it's coming up very easily. And up and away. And that got left behind. Okay. We'll tuck away the face for a moment. And this back on there, and we'll put this, keep it, tuck it away for spare parts or something perhaps. You never know. One man's garbage, another man's treasure perhaps. All right, we now need to get the new movement on there. Well, just want to make a note of one thing for all of us here. I don't know if you noticed it while I was taking off, but let's get it a little closer. So, there's no dial feet on the back of that dial. Whoever put this movement on this glued it on, or that's the leftover residue of some two-sided sticky tape. So, with no dial feet, I got to come up with another solution, because I don't have the equipment to put on new dial feet, nor is I think this citizen worth buying the equipment to put on dial feet. So we're going to come up with another plan to get this new movement back on, but just wanted to make note of that one. No dial feet, so we have to come up with another way to get that working. Is this a Kobayashi Maru, or can we possibly fix this? So, some of you are going to cringe when I show you this. Might get lots of comments, but I'm going to try. We're not going to be stumped by whatever. I can't believe Citizen did this. It must have been somebody years ago that fixed this, and this was their solution. So we're going to see if we can get this back up and running. Okay. Let's get it going that way. And here we go. And it's really hard to see what's going to go in there. So it's probably finding the hole is not easy either. All right, why can't you go in the hole there? That's why. Okay. Okay. Pause while I regroup here. Well, I had to do that off camera. I had to go to plan C as well. The glue gun wasn't working because every time I put a little drop of glue on either side there, by the time I started getting lined up to put the dial on, the dabs of glue had already started to harden. So plan C, Gorilla Glue. Again, probably going to get lots of comments on that one as well. So what I did, put a couple of dabs of glue where there had been some sort of adhesive previously, and I put the movement on, put the movement holder or ring back around, and then put the stem in so everything will be lined up as that glue dries. At least this Gorilla Glue takes a little bit longer than hot glue to set. So we'll let that sit for a little bit, and then we'll come back and put the dial hands back on, and then we'll take a look at this case and see if we can improve it a little. So stay tuned again. We'll get right back. Now that we've waited about half an hour, but you didn't have to, I did. The epoxy, at least on this toothpick, is certainly dry. Let's see if we had success having this dial face stay on the movement. So let's get the stem out. This one should be easier to do than the other one. Or it's going to make me a liar. I know it just right there. It would push down and that should come right out. And it's not going to cooperate. Nope. Okay. We'll come right back. I don't want you to get bored watching me fight with this. All right, that was a little strenuous getting it out, but we got the stem out. Now, for the moment of truth, did it work? You will see. And let's try to lift this out. Okay, get that out there. You're probably all wondering, why is the plastic movement ring holding on? It could be because maybe the glue got onto it a bit. Very possible. So we're not going to monkey around with it too much. We're just going to get the hands back on there and see if everything is functioning properly. Let's do this hour hand first. Okay. Now, and we're going to do the minute hand now. I already positioned it off camera, so you don't have to get all bored with me struggling with it for those minutes. And then I'm going to put the second hand on off camera. Well, that took longer than I expected, so I didn't bother filming all that because it would be making a very long video. But now that took a little longer than expected, so I didn't tape or record all the footage of the hands going on there because I just was struggling to get all those hands on and lined up and not interfering with each other. So let's move in and we can see that I've got everything working now. And put it there. Make sure the second hand still goes by. And it does there. So that's half the battle right there. Now, is the other side of the battle. Looks like the strap broke off inside here, but I've been looking for markings and I couldn't see anything here, so I'm not sure if this is just maybe some sort of gold paint on here or if it's gold plating, but let's see if we can get it cleaned up a bit. Starting with, let's give it a bath in the electrosonic. So we will start by first getting those spring bars off and then giving it a little bath there. See if these spring bars will come off after all these years. Oh, this could be interesting. Doesn't look like they want to budge. So they might have been on there for a while. We may have to take them off a different way. Oh, this one's kind of moving, but not very much. No. Okay. Oh, there goes one. There goes one. Okay, one down, one to go, and we got all this dried, probably what's left of the leather band that was in there. But this one doesn't look like it wants to move very easily. Nope, it's not going to budge. Oh, there it is. Oh, and got some nice dried on strap on that one. Okay, so let's get what we can cleaned off here before we put it in the ultrasonic. Now, that seems to have got most of it. This area here looks like it just melted right in. Okay. I think we got most of it there. How about around here? Doesn't look like there's much to worry about. Nope. Hope you can see that. Yes, now I can see it. Base metal, Citizen Watch Company. Okay, let's get this baby cleaned up. Before we get started on the cleaning, I just want to make a comment really, or an observation. Have you ever noticed that a lot of watch restoration videos, they tend to restore the case and the bracelet before the watch itself is done? Oops. But anyways, it's just something I noticed. We're going to give this a bath in the ultrasonic and see how it turns out after it's done here. Now that I know the movement's working. In case anybody's wondering what I was using there, it was just warm water and Dawn dish soap. So let's see how this made out for cleaning. If it looks any better, same, hopefully not worse. Looks like it gave it a good cleaning there. Oh, that's interesting. That looks like it came off there. Water's a little dirtier. But let's see what we got going on here. Looks like the glass came out. Not sure why that happened, but it did. It looks like it goes right in there. So, yep, that's where it's supposed to sit. Interesting. And this here. All right. I don't know if this needs a polishing now too, but I'll have to take a closer look at that glass, see why it was coming out. Okay. Let's take a closer look here. A little cleaner, a little shinier. Let's see if we can give that a little bit of polish and just clean her up and put it all back together. Now we're going to put this movement back inside the case and get a strap on it and see how it looks. If you've been watching me up to this point, thank you again. If you want to like this video, that'd be really appreciated, or even subscribe. But for you that have been watching up to this point, you're probably wondering, I did a little bit of epoxy around the edges and put this glass or crystal back in. So now we're going to get the movement back in here with the dial, and it's all good to go. Make sure we're on the correct side, and we'll slide this in. Okay. All right. Let's get the winding stem back in. In this case, it's just the stem for changing the date, or the time. What am I talking about? Slide that back in. Straight and locks in like that. Okay, we're good. Get the back on. Okay, all set. sure it's still working that way. Yeah, hands turn. Perfect. All right. Now we are going to get a new, slightly used strap on here, but I found this strap that's the right width for this movement, this case, and we're going to place it on and see how it looks overall. Or does it? It looks like it's just a touch, maybe too big, but we'll try. Yeah, it's just a touch too big here. You know what? We might just have to find another strap. I don't think this one's going on. No. Okay. Let's go find another strap and see how things will look. Let's see if this red band I found looks like about the right width will fit on here and how she looks. Is it going to go all the way down? Maybe not. We'll see. Okay. Let's try. Okay, you know what? Pause for a minute. Okay, these are the original pins from this watch. Obviously, it's just a slight difference in length than the ones I was trying. So that's why it's so much easier to use the original equipment. There we go, I heard it snap in. Okay, there we go. So, there we are, folks. A Citizen Quartz from the mid-80s, possibly, brought back to life with a little bit of tender loving care and ingenuity. So, let me know what you think, and thank you again for watching. I appreciate the subscribers and the likes. Keep them coming if you can, and we'll see you again on the next video. Take care and stay safe. Bye for now.